So let's do the solution. Year consists of how many seconds? Well, first of all, we have 365 days in a normal year. A leap year has more days, but we ignore that for right now. Then we have a day as we have no 365 days, but the day has then 24 hours, correct? And then each hour has 60 minutes, and a minute has 60 seconds, right? So this should give us what we need to calculate. So seconds in a year. Let's call our variable like that. Is then exactly, we already get an auto completion by tab. We can accept it by the AI because 365 days, 24 hours, we already had that here, and it understood what we want to do. And then we have 3 years, so it actually executes that by times 3. So 365 days, that's 24 hours, 60 minutes, 60 seconds. That's how many seconds are in a year. And that time 3 is then what's within 3 years. And this is how many seconds there are. Somehow that answer is a bit unsatisfying in a sentence. In an answer sentence, that would be nicer. But we can actually achieve that because I already told you that we can make 2 tags and add them up as well. So what we can do is for example, in 3 years as a string, there are double point. Then I'm doing a space symbol here, and then I can add the seconds in a year in a year variable times 3. However, that would then be an integer, and I want to add an integer to a string, and that doesn't work, as we learned in 5th semester. To an integer, I can only add the same data type. So we need to transfer that integer to a string. And we can do that by the function string and putting that in brackets. So now this is converted into a string, the result, and can be added to that. However, in a year there are what are there, so we need to add another string to that it's actually seconds. So the sentence makes sense. And then in 3 years there are blah 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 seconds. Awesome. Second part, we want to understand what is the remainder of 5 divided by 2. How do we calculate it? By modulo, which is the percentage symbol. 5 modulo 2 then gives us the remainder, what is left, what is the rest. And we want to print that out to the standard output, so we actually see the result. 5 modulo 2 should then be 1. Actually, that's a nice thing to learn because modulo 2 always gives us if it's an odd or an even number. If the remainder is 1, it's an odd number. If the remainder is 0, it's an even number. Because now it's 0. So thanks. We will see each other in part 3 next video.